Can you tell us who you are and tell us about how you started Beac Ocasa?
Sure. My name is Marty Weinstein. I think you know that. I'm the CEO of Bay Area Community Resources and have been in that position for a number of years and really proud of the work this organization does for the communities and people we serve. In terms of Beac, I think it was like in 1993, a long time ago, that this program started nationally. We really didn't know too much about it, but the more we learned, the more excited we got about it. And as a result, we spent a year sort of planning a project that would engage a number of key nonprofits in participating in the national service movement. We had a number of meetings. We got the best and the brightest, we thought, around the Bay Area and submitted a proposal to the state of California under the auspices of Beac AmeriCorps, and we were fortunate enough to get funded the first year out, and we have been obviously operating ever since, and it's been really a fun and exciting ride.
What were your goals in starting Beac Ocasa?
We wanted to make sure that a wide variety of nonprofits could participate in AmeriCorps, not just the ones that would bring in a whole bunch of AmeriCorps members, but nonprofits that maybe wanted 1, 2, 3, or 5 core members rather than a really large team, which had been sort of the norm. So what we did was we just started what's called an intermediary model with BACR as the lead agency, but with a whole bunch of partner agencies that were getting AmeriCorps members on a regular basis and could use them to help advance their mission.
Thanks. And can you tell us a little bit about people that helped you start the organization?
There were about 3 or 4 people at BACR who helped out. Edie Burnett Johnson was a key person who now works up in Reading. John Haller, who has been with the program for a number of years and has been our key planner and evaluator, as well as a number of key CEOs around the Bay Area. And we built this, as I mentioned, a planning team, and those folks were responsible for creating what is now considered one of the best programs in California.
Great, thank you. So Marty, I've heard that originally Beac started with about 50 AmeriCorps members, and now we're approximately 137 members. Can you tell us about maybe your thoughts about the development of the program and how it's expanded? And
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the expansion has been great. Obviously, it gives more folks a chance to participate in national service, and it also gives us a chance to serve more young people. The first year out was pretty exciting. We got a call, I think it was like in late August. Congratulations, you have 50 core members assigned to your organization, and by the way, we want them on board next week. So that was really scary. But we did a great job. We got those folks, and over the years we've obviously grown. We brought in new partners. We focused always on youth development and services to kids in low-income communities. So the foundation of the program has remained the same. Its scale has increased, and we're proud of that scaling because we can do a bigger, better job for the young people we serve in the Bay Area.
Yeah, and speaking of that scaling, where do you see Beac going from here?
I'm gonna put that one on Dolfo, but no, seriously, actually Dolfo and I talked about that today. And so over the next couple of years, we want to make sure that we continue to provide high quality services, that we make sure that core members have a really valuable and learning experience, and we need to make sure that we're in compliance with all the regulations and rules which guide AmeriCorps. That's been an important part of our effort over the past couple of years. So it's sort of a combination of following the letter of the law and providing the best services we can.
Thank you. Can you tell us maybe a funny or interesting story about starting Beac or just the beginning of the program?
Oh yeah, man, there are a whole bunch of funny stories. Some of them will not go on air, but 2 that come to mind is, first of all, your esteemed leader, Mr. Rivera, was recruited by a nephew of mine who happened to be in the program. This kid lived with me for a year because he was sort of figuring out what he was going to do with his life, and it turned out that he met Adolfo one day in San Rafael. I think Adolfo was working for the city of San Rafael, and my nephew was actually the key recruiter for Adolfo, and we're obviously proud that Adolfo joined us and has been with us since that time. Another cool story was when we first started out, we brought a bunch of core members down to San Diego for a kickoff event, and your esteemed grandfather, Marty Weinstein, probably was asleep about 10 at night. Core members, however, along with some staff members, chose to go over the border and go to Mexico for the night and have some fun, which was cool. But on the way back, I think they ran into some problems with the Border Patrol. It took them a while to get back over the border, and thank God they didn't wake me. They didn't let me know about it the next day, because if they had woken me, I'm sure I would have stayed up all night worrying. So those are just two. There are many other great stories as well.
Great, thank you. I guess my last question is, can you impart a bit of wisdom or some advice to the incoming members and tell us a little bit about what you think the transformation process is like with AmeriCorps?
Well, the first thing to know, this is going to be a really hard and challenging experience. And so we want to make sure that Corps members embrace that challenge. When things get tough, think about your purpose. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? How are you going to benefit the community? And as we always say, there'll be at least one kid that you're going to touch that's going to remember you for the rest of your life. So the bottom line is, the work is hard, the pay is lousy, but the value you're adding to the community is enormous. You should be proud of that. Make sure you wear that pride on your shirt every single day when you come to work. When things get tough, think about the important contribution you're making to this society.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, and good luck in the training. It'll be great.